I'm very excited to talk about today's topic because we're talking about the Lakers and the potential Christian Wood to the Lakers. Now, I didn't even know this was a rumor or a possibility of happening until someone commented a few days ago on, I think it was my Miami Dolphins video. So, any video you want to see, leave a comment and, I'll make a video of it just like this one. So let's start with the Lakers overall as a whole. They look pretty good. I mean, you have like one of the best players of all time in LeBron James at like 55 years old still playing, and hopefully this slowly transitions into the Anthony Davis team, which is supposed to happen like 3 years ago, but we're still waiting on that one. I love Austin Reeves. He's amazing. I love him. He went from like a regular role player to looking great. Like there was clips of him on Team USA a couple days ago. He looked amazing, and I really love Austin Reeves and how much he just developed. But they have Willie Hachimura who looked good. They have Jared Vanderbilt. They brought back D'Angelo Russell, which should they have done that? I don't know. They have Jackson Hayes. They have Max Crispy. They have Cam Reddick. Oh, and brought in Gabe Vincent. I really love that pickup too from the Heat. They got Gabe Vincent, a nice three-pointer shooter. And they have one more spot open, and it's for Christian Woods. So the thing comes in where last year Christian Woods, he averaged 16.6 points a game, so I rounded up to 17 points a game with 7 rebounds and about 2 assists, okay? He was getting paid $14 million, and he's played for 7 different teams, so he's going to be going into his 8th team in 8 years, okay? Now, he got paid $14 million last year, and the only kind of cap space that's open for him is a veteran mid-level exception, which is about $2.5 million. Now, Christian Wood thinks he's worth more than $2.5 million. I mean, with someone that's 17-7-1, 17-7-2, I mean, you think they would be worth more than $2.5 million to help a team go deep into the playoffs, but so that's what Christian Wood's done. He put up better numbers than that, but that was on the Rockets when they had a bunch of dustpans and brooms playing for them on the court. He didn't really help out the Mavericks, and there's a bunch of stuff for why you wouldn't want to sign Christian Woods or give him as much money as he wants. One thing is the character issue, how I was saying he's kind of stubborn, how he's kind of all about me. Another thing is his play on the court, where he's really good defensively, but how defensively, I think he's good offensively, but defensively, it's a liability. I mean, he's not defending, he's not grabbing the boards in traffic, he's not doing anything. When I would do my research for this, I was watching a YouTube video, and I don't know if this came from an article or the person that wrote the video was talking about it. They said how Grant Williams, for example, would fit better on the Mavericks and give them 0 on offense because he would make up so much more and help the Mavericks more with his defense alone than Christian Wood with his offense and defense combined, or lack of defense. So, would the Lakers really want to bring in Christian Wood with this character defense and his lack of defense? I mean, no. I mean, he wants more than $2.5 million, but again, he's going to be playing for his eight different team in 8 years. So you really want to be paying someone more than $2.5 million. Now they were talking about maybe he could go to the Bulls because the Bulls get some kind of injury leniency. That's what I was looking for, because of Lonzo Ball's injury. So that's another $10.2 million, but allowed to put the ball into the luxury tax. And again, this video that I was watching, Gavin, my research for this, said that the Bulls only went into the luxury tax one time in the past 40 years. I don't think they're going to go into the luxury tax for Christian Woods. Now, I agree with that statement that I saw. But we're just kind of waiting on either James Harden or Damian Lillard to get traded, because that's where all the money is being held up. So, I mean, it looks like all the main free agents have been signed. It looks like most of the rosters are pretty set until we get into like NBA preseason games. So how long will Christian Woods hold out, or is he even going to find a contract? Because again, he doesn't want a veteran minimum. He thinks he's better than that. So I don't know where this extra money going to come from that he thinks he deserves when he's not good in the locker room and he's not good defensively on the court, and he's not even that good offensively, because they're better offensive players than Christian Wood. Now, they also talked about a sign-and trade, and if the Lakers were to get him, you would have to trade Jared Vanderbilt, who's a good perimeter defender. You wouldn't want to trade Jared Vanderbilt for Christian Woods. You're just trading good defense for someone that's not even good offensively and no defense. So is Christian Wood getting up on the Lakers? I guess the question at the end of the day with that 14th roster spot. I mean, if he gets his head out of his butt and actually plays for the vet minimum, Cause I don't really know where else he's gonna play. Like, go play for the Pistons or something, or play on a bad team. Because everyone wants to contend for a championship, right? So you either take the pay cut and play for that $2.5 million on the veteran minimum to go to the Lakers or something like that. To try to win a championship, or you go to a team that's not really a contender and put up as many points as you want, just like he did in Houston. But he just bouncing around from team to team, and he's not going to give you good defense. So is it worth signing Christian Wood? I mean, he's I guess a below average NBA player at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens with Christian Wood. But does he end up on the Lakers? I say no, honestly. I don't see them doing that. Again, I could see him going to the Pistons or some other bad team, if because he wanted to play, and like he wasn't getting very many minutes down the stretch for the Mavericks last year, for example, because they're trying to win games and they didn't end up making the playoffs. But Christian Wood didn't help anything. So that's my take on Christian Wood to the Lakers. I don't see it happening, but Vic was very interesting to look up and research.